Okay, so one thing I wish everyone knew about this organization was the fact that it was founded by Christian believers, wholehearted servers, and productive influencers. I think that people who are a part, or even if they're not a part, don't know the background that George Williams started this organization upon. So the efforts and the work that brought the success story, I feel like people would really be influenced to join if they knew the mission and they had an idea of like what this organization did on behalf of the country and communities, especially considering the fact that it was influential for African American leaders that eventually made great changes to the world. The insight that I grew, I said, was basically the foundation of the YMCA. I never realized, first of all, that it was such an old org, and it had so many great impacts to younger generations. I also think that I learned how it became so wildly popular, how it was created, and what built up that movement. Complete this. So I am inspired by this documentary or discussion to start an organization of my own that's based on my own values and morals to do something impactful for my community. Something that really pushes others to be better and do their own deed for the world, leaving their own mark here. So especially like the people who ended up starting YMCAs that were desegregated, or just making sure that youth knew like manners and how to grow personally and develop in their own ways to be strong enough to go out into the world and be hopeful and do great things. So just that sense of inclusivity. So I do, although I'm not very familiar with the inner workings of YMCA, I do think that the YMCA is living up to the creative vision that George Williams had, especially because in the documentary we heard a lot about how people from a widespread of races and nationalities, of different interests. So like the guy who said he played tennis, I don't know, just different things have really, really been a stepping stone for people in their lives. And I know that one of the things one of the hosts said was that the greatest thing about George Williams' mission statement was that it was for the likes of younger generations to be able to grow into grown, strong men who were really, I guess, like, developed. So I think that definitely stays consistent with the people who were able to speak on the behalf of their experience with YMCA. In my own opinion of the present day YMCA, I don't have any complaints or anything bad that I've ever heard. I do have a lot of friends who have a YMCA membership, and so I've been to the YMCA a couple of times, and I don't think that there's anything wrong, but I will say that I think it can do a better job with helping the minority communities, as well as people who are just like not as fortunate to have the amount of money that it takes to be in this type of membership. Because I know that was another thing that came up in the documentary, how they charge for certain things, and it was like a question of like, are they actually helping or are they profiting from certain things? And I don't think that's like compared to what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the fact that they charge so much at this point, present day, it kind of makes you wonder like, why is it so much, especially when we know that not everyone can afford it. And if you really want someone or a community to be built up and developed and inclusive, you're going to make it possible for everyone to have those opportunities in development.